Zeus has officially lost his mind. We were all suspecting it, but now it is too late. There is no way to save Korea. He is going ultra villain arc. He is not only playing a ranged top laner, he is playing the plague of every lane that she shows up in. She is playing Ahri. With lethal tempo, presence of mind, legend alacrity, cut down, taste of blood, ultimate hunter, attack speed, adaptive force, and armor. He will be going up against a K'Sante, so the armor is a interesting choice, as K'Sante does do a good amount of magical damage as well, but I would assume that the main damage that he will take would be from physical. But there could have been an argument made for the fact that you are playing Ahri, so you are most likely going to want magical resistance versus the Nidalee as well. So we are playing Ahri in the top lane. In the mid lane, we have another T1 member, and that is Faker on the Akali Classic, and an Irelia in the mid lane facing off against him. Then the Nidalee on the blue team, and on the red team, it is the Wukong, the meta jungler out of both of them. And then in the bot lane, we have a Caitlyn Lux versus a Draven and a Nautilus. So if Caitlyn Lux can punch at arm's length, they are going to win. But if Nautilus can find good engages, then it is going to be probably very likely that the Draven lane can snowball. Problem here is that obviously Nidalee, not the craziest ganker for a Draven and Nautilus lane. Something like Wukong. Something like Wukong. Something like Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser? Dude, what is up with me right now? Okay, whatever. We focus on the top lane here, as K'Sante elects to cheese Zeus, and Zeus barely gets out a kill. He is running a cull, so it is very, very unexpected for K'Sante here that would work. Alright, we're going to teleport back into lane, and we just got ourselves boots. Boots absolutely amazing here, because these boots will allow you to kite away from K'Sante. We obviously started W for the spacing to be able to run away, and lethal tempo for the strength that it provides, together with the cull as well. And you can already imagine that this is not going to be an AP Ahri, right? You can probably figure from the lethal tempo. I am trying to keep those things a little bit suspenseful, but this is a ridiculous build, and maybe this is Zeus practicing an answer for the LCK, an answer to K'Sante. Maybe he's going to whip out the Ahri. It is Spring Split after all, so there is a little bit of trolling that goes into Spring Split, at least from T1, a lot of the time. So we will see. At least last Spring Split was kind of that situation, right? So maybe here we'll find that as well. Alright, sorry, I just came back from training and I didn't bring my water, so I am slightly dehydrated. Very slightly only. My voice also completely done. I have a weird patch on my skin, which is a little concerning. But it's totally fine. Oh yeah, and I also just noticed that I am actually spectating a game, so I should probably commentate that. So we are running a super slow held push here, yeah, as Zeus, right? Building up that minion advantage as a little bit of a puffer as well, a little bit of a safety net. And with K'Sante, you will have to bully him quite a bit, so you don't suffer from him just running you down. You gotta be very careful with the guy. The good thing is K'Sante makes himself quite vulnerable when he ults, which is going to be pretty good. And I'm expecting something like a Kraken Slayer here, as obviously Kraken Slayer is pretty nutty at dealing damage to tanks, of which we have one in the lane matchup, right? And the interesting thing is, it is going to be, Zeus in a little bit of trouble here. The Nidalee gank will come through. However, the spear is dodged. Dark Harvest is procced. Zeus flashing last second, and he will be able to get out even though the spear tags him last second, but he had to flash after all, with Wukong coming in and helping out with the wave. No solo kill potential here, unfortunately for Zeus, but he did play that very well and very disciplined, and he can leave and recall. He has a pretty good amount of money because he went for a very greedy item here and still managed to get a kill as well as stay up in farm at least. So very good. Also attracted jungler attention, although given the fact that Wukong was staying a little bit longer in the top side than Nidalee, this is actually not working out to be that much of a benefit. Faker finds the third kill here. Second on Irelia. Had one on Nidalee probably. A counter gank from Wukong, so that is very impressive. As Draven, 4-0. Yeah, that is not looking good. This is exactly what happens if you are getting caught out. So that is scary, scary. And yeah, Draven 4-0 and 0, which means Faker will, well, Faker and Zeus, but mainly Faker, will have his work cut out for him. For himself. Good play by K'Sante, dealing loads of damage. Will get himself to safety with one of his 21 flashes. Just like the chromosomes that... No, don't go there, Ashen. No. Don't hate the tank players. They are doing a very, very necessary duty that none of us others want to do, right? So let's not hate him. K'Sante, a little bit of an interesting champion. I mean, seems to be a must ban right now in LCK and Challenger League Korea as well. LCK CL Global is the channel. You can go ahead and watch the games on Tuesday and somewhere else, but I'm not 100% sure when. Yeah, not 100% sure. As we are going to move in and try to bully this K'Sante. Gotta be very careful, clearly, right? Level 6 now available for K'Sante. Level 7 for Zeus. Binding will not hit. Could have been much more disciplined with that binding, because now it gives K'Sante a good amount of... What you can do is you can punish K'Sante Q with your binding. Alright. Ultimate has been popped. K'Sante very low on HP. One ultimate charge remaining, but Zeus will not find the execute yet. There is a potential, but I am not expecting that he will be able to take down K'Sante here. However, he will probably be able to deal a good amount of damage to him. Has just to be careful with the Nidalee, as we did pop our ultimate. K'Sante ultimate still available, so if Nidalee shows up in the river, K'Sante can just flash ult you through the wall right on top of Nidalee. K'Sante stepping forward here as Wukong is ready to set up a counter gank. Wukong is now spotted on a ward, so that means that there is probably not going to be any fighting here in the top lane from K'Sante and Nidalee, as Zeus will push in another wave and prepare to be able to follow up / roam to the Herald. K'Sante moving forward. Again, right, if he tags the Ahri, there is a chance that he just flashes behind her, pulls her right into the Nidalee here, to the right through the wall. And that could be pretty difficult to deal with for Zeus, not Faker, as he does have his flash up as in a second, but not yet. So now we are becoming safer and safer in this situation, as obviously K'Sante also losing HP. Zeus, bit greedy for the plate, but doesn't obviously matter. And 30 stacks remaining on the Cull. We are going to shove in, and we are going to slowly build up the lead over this. K'Sante could stay here and try to max that out, but K'Sante moving in already So it is going to be a trade TP for TP, with K'Sante obviously pulling the wave so that it gives a freeze, which means that that forces Zeus to move into the top lane with teleport again. He is going to be starting out though with a Blade of the Ruined King, as it were. So that is going to be very interesting. Actually, interesting K'Sante deciding to push in the wave. Just, you know, going to get him a little bit of vision control in the topside jungle. He will get 100 something gold. How much gold is the control what? 75? Not sure. I think so, right? Yeah, so we'll give him 150 gold, I guess. And we will be able to move in and get a plate here as Zeus, hopefully. That should be pretty big, as obviously being able to rush Blade of the Ruined King is huge. I'm not expecting Zeus to win a hard trade here yet. However, the thing is that K'Sante doesn't have the movement speed to keep up with Ahri. So I think that in the long run, it's not going to be possible to keep up with Zeus. So Zeus can kind of decide whenever he wants the fight to end and just make it end. K'Sante finding his engage right here, though. The Q will be dodged by Zeus, and that is K'Sante instantly running out of steam for the all-in. And that means that Zeus will now just hard win this trade. And it would have been safer for K'Sante to not try to find that. It's a difficult tightrope to walk, as obviously as a melee champion, you kind of have to trade onto these ranged champions in order to get yourself to not just lose, right? But then, on the other hand, if this happens, you just lose quicker, right? So it is rough. And the question is, do you minimize losses or do you try to actually win the lane? It's going to be difficult. Zeus with good damage. Yeah, K'Sante is going to look for an insect here. Yeah. Does get the insect, however. A million dashes available for the Ahri. And Zeus will take down K'Sante for another kill. And that is also going to be a Blade of the Ruined King available for him. The rough thing here is that he had his lethal tempo already stacked against the K'Sante earlier. And then K'Sante did find a decent all-in, but it wasn't enough. And Zeus will pick up his Borg right now. Might be going for a control or sweeper as well. No, we still have one stack of a ward. So he just dropped his ward to always be charging up everything, right? So if something is on CD, then it is a resource that is not wasted, right? If you have two stacks, then obviously you're wasting. Also, important to point out, Ahri doesn't have her Q maxed at all. We are kind of maxing in between the W and the E. It's akin to TF. However, on TF, oftentimes people end up going for the Q max anyways, because it will give you good wave control, which isn't the case with Ahri. If you've tried to use Ahri Q level 1, then you probably know that ability is absolutely freaking no base damage at all. Good scaling. So yeah, no need to skill the wet noodle. Totally fine. Obviously, you're not going to be insane at pushing, but you are a ranged champion. So you have other benefits. And you are still an 80. You're still an 80 carry, right? So you still have consistent damage to the wave. Gotta be a little bit careful, but also, yeah, we are starting to poke. Blade of the Ruined King coming through. The charm will not land. Otherwise, it could have been it could have been a 1v2 angle still. K'Sante, very good dash here protecting the Nidalee. But oh, that is not the way to go. Zeus will be caught out and taken down here. Ah, what a tragedy. As he did try to go for the 1v2 knowing that he is so strong. All right, let's have a look. So, Mr. Draven 7-0-1. Yeah, Zeus, we can't have too much fun in this game. Remember, this is still more than Balanced. Very good damage. Out of Draven. Makes a lot of sense. I like it. Me gusta. Alright, we are moving into the bottom side of the map here with Faker rotating to the top. I find that very curious because Zeus has his teleport coming up and Faker doesn't. So I find it a little bit... I think it's actually a blunder, right? Because Faker not going to be able to join with the dragon fight. Zeus would be able to, as his teleport is coming up again. So yeah, I find that a little bit questionable. Little sussy. But we will see. It's Draven. Absolutely balanced. Okay, the Herald is summoned at the correct timing. Faker going to roam down here. Ooh, Irelia trying to hit the E, but not allowed by Zeus. Wasn't prepared last second. He still dodges out and 8-0 and 8-0-1 now. Ay, ay, ay. Irelia, you're dead. You're dead, Irelia. You're just done. 9-0 Faker. Holy moly guaca. What the hell? That is a dish, by the way. Oh, Faker is fed. Just as fed as this Draven. And on the rock, paper, scissors, Assassins win against AD carries, right? 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 No? Okay, I'm sorry. No. Bot lane is not broken. Not right now. Also, by the way, the new buffs. Honestly, dude, I'm kind of like Draven. I'm kind of like Draven, Shield Bow, Infinity Edge Rush. Kind of broken, no? Or am I wrong? Thinking that could be something for real. Alright. I'm sorry. Sorry. Alright, so we are moving into the bottom lane again. Draven was sighted in the bottom lane. He is going to rotate, obviously, because you do not want to be or see a AD carry in the bot lane past 14 minutes minimum, if not earlier. Because most AD carry is not able to withstand the fiesta. Zeus. No teleport. Why you no teleport? Zeus didn't decide to teleport in there. Obviously, very close to the Kraken Slayer. So that's actually not a good situation. Still stays... I'm confused. Still stays in proximity. Doesn't push in. Although he knows that it's safe to push in. Now that it could not be safe, now he shows up. I'm so question mark in this. You have no idea how question mark I am. Nidalee and K'Sante looking here for the Ahri. Don't play too much as Faker is finding Nidalee. And he will ultimate onto the Nidalee. Perfect execution. Will not be able to take down Nidalee. Beautiful flash out of 4C Lover. Or 4 Clover, I guess. Right? 4-leaf Clover, something like that. I would assume is the name. Flash out of K'Sante. And he will be taken down by Zeus, who now surely does have his Kraken Slayer available. Is not going to recall, though. He will not concede this lane state over to the blue team. We'll try to push that in as Nidalee is looking to fight together with Draven. Faker might go down here. Faker going down to the Draven. It is an absolute travesty as Zeus not able to help. He is pushing in the lane and still giving a freeze over to the blue team. So it was kind of in vain as well. Teleport into the top lane here with a completed Kraken Slayer, and we are powering up. He says, our AD carry is useless. No problem. I will do the job. I'm Ahri, the best AD carry in the world. We are starting to level our Q now, as it's not really anything else we can do, right? That was a little scare. Yeah, that was a... you saw how Zeus was like thinking about something else and he was scared and threw his charm into the wrong direction. Good to see these players are human after all. You know, sometimes you ask yourself, sometimes you're not 100% sure, but it turns out they are human after all. As yo, beautiful dodge actually by Wukong, or did Irelia miss? Is always the question. Will take down Irelia. However, now in a lot of trouble is Kesante. Yeah, will take him down. Kill at least didn't go over to Draven, so that's good. Copium. Faker. In a decent off angle, but will be caught by the Nautilus and lose half of his HP with Draven still pretty much full life. So that sets it up for a potential absolute throw. And Zeus still on the mission to get more moolah, more money in the bank. I find it very interesting that we're what is that M-Tom for? Oh, vision was lost. But yeah, he will just, oh no. You wasted your ultimate. Oh no. The fun train has arrived. 11 and 1. 4 item Draven. Now that's totally fine because Caitlyn already has 1 item as well. GG. FF. FF15 says everyone but Faker, who is 9 and 1. Got these bindings. I hate Lux players that throw these kind of bindings because they always hit me. It always hits me, dude. I hate it. Because they know that you are going to dodge and that you are... They know that you want to dodge, but you're not going to dodge because you think they're going to try to predict the dodge and then you always get hit. Story of my freaking life, dude. I mean, I also get hit. I just get hit by bindings. I don't know what it is. I'm magnetic to them, I guess. All right. So, Zeus. Still working on that money. I mean, the 80 damage. He is making use of percent damage, so that's great. But, you know, he's not a Quinn. Quinn with those items would deal more damage. Would be less survivable, though. So I suppose that... I mean, Ahri AD carry is actually something that people play. So, you know, but I find it interesting that Zeus just is taking away money from his AD carry as well. No respect. Also interesting that his AD carry isn't going to the top lane where there was a huge wave, right? So, gotta add that as a little detail. Rotations, 10 out of 10. It's just very good macro. Alright, Wukong. Fighting the Irelia. Zeus! Wakey wakey. Now he moves into fight. It's Draven. Okay, we are going to try to solo kill the Irelia here. We are going to solo kill the Irelia, is what I meant to say. However, Draven is between us and our safety. So what we have to do is we have to try to get out of here. Yeah, the blue trinket is going to show. No, and Draven will get the execute here. Actually, never mind. Irelia takes it, but Draven ultimate did deny the execute. So very good job by Draven. Nice stacks, Faker. Nice freaking Magi stacks. 10 out of 10. As, yeah, I mean, okay, Santa having more impact than Zeus right now. By a long shot. Now, once we get a couple more items, that might look different, but, you know, Draven is also full build, so. I love Draven, dude. This friggin' champion. Disaster. Absolute disaster champion. As we like to say in German. Krise. Okay, well, so the idea here, just lock it up, right? No one gets through, close the borders, and just try to preserve your towers. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you know? Draven is not going to get stronger by a lot. I mean, he still has 3 more levels, but except the levels, he doesn't really have any way to get stronger anymore, so that's really good. Wukong looking for a flank here as Faker will connect with the ultimate. Draven in a lot of trouble, but he will be alive. Draven flashing forward, and that is the Wukong ultimate onto Draven. Zeus will deal enough damage to the Draven there, so that was really well played, but Nidalee will catch out the Wukong here, and that is the ace on the red team, and I believe that that is going to be it. That is going to be the GG, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome.